Hello and welcome to Awaken the Truth Within with Zoey Gold. Let's talk about the state of being the real you and the state of connection and oneness with the only power that creates the worlds, with Creator, with Source. And how you can easily get into that natural state and understanding that, first of all, that's what the soul longs for, and that's that connection and oneness. That's what every person longs for. And also understanding that everything starts with that, and then everything else around you is just the byproduct of it, of your inner state, of your inner atmosphere, especially of that inner atmosphere that is natural to you, that is the state of pure positive vibration, that is the state of love, that is that feeling of being in the zone. And also connection, because it's all one thing. Many people describe it with different words, and you can put different words to emotions like appreciation, love, joy, etc. But basically it is you being the real one, the real you, your essence, your true core, and you being connected and feeling and knowing this oneness with Creator. That's what all of this is about. That's who you truly are, and it cannot be taken away from you. That connection and oneness is always there. It cannot be taken away from you, no matter what. What can be done, though, you can cloud it, you can kind of like pinch yourself from it, you can kind of separate from it. But again, all of these are too strong of the words because you can never truly separate from it. It's always there. That is who you truly are, and that connection with the divine is always, always there. But anyways, let's take a deeper look at that difference between your natural state and the state of being filled with love, flowing love, and anything other than that. And now when you can remember your childhood and the earliest memory from the childhood, you can remember that feeling that you felt, that was a free flow, there was ease and lightheartedness. And basically the best word that we have in our vocabulary, physical universe vocabulary, it's love. So if you can remember that, were you really angry a lot when you were a really, really small kid? I mean, like the earliest memory you can go to. Were you hateful, or did you hate anyone? Were you really unhappy about something for a very long time, focusing on it and pushing against it? Well, you can give many reasons. Well, I was a kid, I didn't know how the life works, I didn't know all the rules, I didn't know I need to get the money, These are all reasons, excuses. But if you really go back and if you see where you lived emotionally there, you will see what's closer to your natural state. Now, when we talk about resistance, and I'm pretty sure if you're listening to this podcast, you know that kind of what it is, and that you can either operate from love and free flow, or you can operate from resistance, and it will reflect in everything you do, in the way you feel, in the quality of your life, in the results that you're getting, in your fulfillment, etc. But if you truly look at it, because not too many people really feel and spot all the patterns when you actually turn on that resistance. And many of these are, on autopilot, a habitual mode. Like you've been doing it for so many years, and you have so many triggers around you that just trigger that kind of feeling or response or emotion within you. So you can really now spot and change to love any even slight feeling of resistance. Like, for example, when you feel a little bit irritated, when you tell to the person you truly deeply love, whether it's your child or your spouse or your parent, something that you want them to understand, something that you want them to do the right way, something, like all these little things that we do throughout the day without even noticing. Ask yourself, in this moment, like, I know you love this person in general, but in this moment when you're communicating your idea, what you want to this person, are you flowing that with love? Are you feeling and filled with love when you're giving this advice, or when you're telling the person to wash the dishes or to throw away the garbage, etc.? And it's not about just being, numb or being too nice to everybody or seem too nice. Like many people, they try to seem nice and all positive, but in reality, inside of them, they feel hurt, they feel pain, they feel frustration. It's not about them. It's about you in any given moment of time deciding whether whatever you're saying, it doesn't mean that you cannot convey what you mean, and you cannot, but just listening to that and hearing what's going on within you in that moment. What you're saying, is it coming from being aligned with who you truly are, from being caused, from being empowered, from being connected, turned in, tapped in, turned on, being really connected with that source energy, with the divine, with God, or not? In this moment when you're saying something to the person you love, are you flowing love? Are you filled with love? Do you feel love? Or something else, like a little bit of resistance, or trying to prove you're right, or trying to prove they are wrong, or trying to prove this is the right way? And now, even though this might seem important in the moment, ask yourself, what's even more important? Is it more important to prove you're right or they are wrong, or to make them do things particular way, or something else? Does that have to cost you what's your natural state, the state of love and pure positive emotion and pure positive vibration? Does that have to cost you who you truly are and your true essence, and really being open and flowing that energy that creates worlds to and through you? That dish, or that thing that needs to be done the right way, or that person to really agree with your opinion, is that, and you coming from resistance and trying to push it and force it on them, does it really worth? Is it what you choose instead of love in this moment? So these are very, very slight feelings, emotions, inner atmosphere that you give, that you can choose what you're going to engage in any particular moment of time. Now, another thing is, we talked about self-love, and we talked about perspective of yourself and how that shapes everything around you and the results you're getting in your life and the quality of your life. But if you look at that even deeper, throughout your lifetime or in a particular moment, everything that you think or believe about yourself that reduces your causation, that reduces you being cause, that reduces love towards yourself or anybody else, anything that reduces your knowing of how good you are, your true power, your true potential, anything like that is going against yourself and basically weakening your powers. Because can you imagine, you as a spirit, you are so good, that deep within you, you really don't want to be bad. And it sometimes goes to the extent when people are afraid to be bad. Plus, all of that is mixed with different rules and ideas they learned from society, from parents, from other sources about what it means to be good, the rules for being good, what should be done to be good, etc. Many of those are just data. They're false, they're limiting, they're negative. Some of them are beneficial and aligned with who you really are in perspective of source about you, but some of them are not. So that feeling mixed with all those rules, in many cases, people believe that they're bad because they truly did something in the past that they're not really happy about. Could happen, right? But it is the past, and you have the power right now to truly forgive yourself, forgive it and let it go, and know that you're perfect, and everything that is not perfect is not you. Know your intentions, they're always good. Know that you're so good that you don't want to be bad, that you're afraid to be bad. So what happens is when person decides for some reason and believes that the person is bad, what the person does, the person reduces their power. And that leads to you, again, not being able to do something or have something. And that will also influence your belief about yourself, and you self-condemn yourself even more. And then you reduce your power even more. And when you look at yourself and at the situation from those perspective of being bad and believing you're bad, then it puts it is operating from false idea and consciousness, and it puts more blinders on top of that. And when you look at yourself, other people and situation from that perspective of false idea and consciousness, you don't see the truth about yourself, about others, about situation. And you go through life being blind and even self-condemning yourself even more, and then reducing your power even more and being blind even more, and then self-condemning yourself even more and reducing your power even more. And that can be a never-ending vicious circle. And you can stop it right now. Thank your past for everything. Life happens for you. Everything happens for the best of the soul. No matter what happened, now you can make a decision that you want better. Like if you did something that you're not glad that you did, or anything that happened, it was just a clarifying moment. So now you're very clear about what you want and how you want to live your life and what you want to do. Let go of the past. Let go of everything. Forgive yourself. Forgive the past. And in this moment right now, you can choose whether to continue that vicious circle when you condemn yourself, when you feel you're bad, when you believe you're bad, and you explain yourself it through different reasons. And the more you look around, the more triggers remind you that you're bad, or that you're not enough, or you didn't do something, or did something that you shouldn't have, or you are not doing something, or you can't, etc. There are many variations of that. So you can either engage in that data and continue engaging in that data and further reduce your power and be further not see the truth and essence of what's actually going on. Or in this moment, you can decide that you're done with it, that you can give yourself what you really deserve is love. Is you in this moment flowing love towards yourself. And when you do that, you allow life to love you back. Because what happens when you believe you're bad, when you believe you're not enough, when you believe you did something and or didn't do something, right? Then you do not allow the love that is there for you all the time to come to you. You don't allow life to love you. You don't allow divine to love you. Well, divine loves you all the time. Life loves you all the time. You can allow yourself feel it, understand that you deserve it, Understand how good you are. You're so good that you don't want to be bad, that you're afraid of being bad. Sometimes it goes to ridiculous levels. And I've seen it in working with different clients. So allow this unconditional love that is here for you, the love of the source, love of the divine, to flow to you and feel it. Because when you truly self-condemn yourself and when you believe you're bad, within you think and believe that you do not deserve that love. Therefore, you do not allow life to love you. And you do not allow you to love you. And you believe when you achieve this or do that, then maybe you will deserve a little bit of love, at least from yourself or others. Or maybe others will show you, okay, she achieved that, she has that, he has that, they made this much of money, they have this business, etc. Now, yeah, they're worth of love. And then by looking that somebody else approves you, you may finally give yourself love. Because that's basically what you are looking for in everything. Just a little bit more validation, just a little bit more proof that you're loved, that you're good. Well, if you will be looking for it from the outside sources, you are doomed because you cannot control outside conditions and circumstances. The only thing you can control is internal world and what's going on within you. And with that, you influence the outside world because outside world is a reflection of what's going on within you. And your love and your appreciation for yourself, believing and knowing and feeling you're good, believing, knowing and feeling your cause, and knowing and feeling and flowing love and allowing love and the divine love to be yours, to accept it, to feel it, to believe it is here for you. That's what makes all the difference. And also there is another point that I wanted to mention here. It's this ego, self thing, and it goes from two extremes of not being enough and being good and being bad and believing in being not enough and believing in being bad, to this unhealthy feeling of superiority and unhealthy feeling of cause, because you are true cause, especially of the physical universe. And when you're truly aligned with who you truly are and with the divine, and you see yourself and everything from the perspective of source and that great love, your actions are perfect and right. Your thoughts are perfect and right. Your feelings are perfect and right. And what you do and what you see and what you hear is perfect and right. And what you do actually leads to the greater good of yourself and everybody else, everybody involved. Okay? But what I'm talking here is a little bit different. It's that unhealthy significance that does not come from your essence and who you really are, from your magnificence, because you're the infinite part of the infinite whole and you are this magnificent divine being. I'm talking about the ego thing, the ego unhealthy significant thing, that I will do everything myself. I need to prove to myself and others that I can earn this money. I need to prove my worthiness. I can do it alone. I can do it myself, without help of the divine, without help of anybody, myself, me. That feeling of superiority that sometimes comes, and in people, sometimes it goes from feeling inferior to feeling superior to feeling inferior to feeling superior to feeling inferior. And both of them are off, because none of them are truly representation of who you truly are. That pure love, that pure being of who you truly are. So that coming from ego, like I will do everything myself and I'll prove it and I'll prove that I'm worthy. That's also what's tripping you over. And It is really, about coming to the source, coming of everything there is, coming to the divine and say, without you, I can't do this. With you, all things are possible. With your help, with your knowing, with your genius, with our connection and oneness, because you're the part of the infinite whole. And when you truly align with that higher, broader perspective of you, with that soul source perspective of you, you operate from love. You are who you truly are. You are home. And also feeling and being grateful to other people, not pushing against their help. Because it reminds you, because of some rules that you learned along your physical path, that makes you bad. When you accept help from the other person, whether it's your parent or spouse or anybody else, whether it's financial help or what material help, whatever help that is. But being grateful, truly appreciating everything that comes to you. All the abundance that comes through you from whatever sources it comes. Even though you believe that, no, I shouldn't be this help should be coming this way. I should be getting it through other sources. You can, I should just do it myself. You can. You can intend to have your own business. You can intend to have your own income. You can intend to do it yourself, right? But be grateful for what comes and from where it comes. Because it all comes from one source and the only source. And it doesn't matter what streams it chooses in the moment. If you're pushing against them, you cannot open to that stream that you're looking for and wanting to open. So be grateful for everything, for lack and for abundance, for all the streams of abundance that comes to you from whatever sources it does, if these are sources that are for good of you and everyone involved, right? And be grateful for everything, everything in your life, and go to the divine. Go there, connect, align, feel this oneness. Trust the divine. Trust all your fears and negative thoughts and feelings and circumstances and situations and problems and challenges. Just bring it to the divine. And know that it is just a beautiful game of life. And when you are too involved in it, in rules, in limitations, in feeling not enough, in feeling and believing you're not good enough, this is just aberration, just false idea and consciousness. Everything that is within you that is hurting you and limiting you, there is something false about it. You're not looking at yourself and at the situation from perspective of love and appreciation. Because when you do, you look at it through the eyes of source. You look at it through the eyes of divine, and you see the truth, you see essence of it. So go to the divine. Allow the love to fill you. And be who you truly are. Love and embrace everything about you. And thus allow yourself, be your true self, the real one. So this was me, Zoey Gold, with you today. I hope this was helpful. Have an amazing day, and I will talk to you in our next episode. Bye now.